Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of the most legendary action stars in Hollywood history, delivering unforgettable performances in some of the most iconic films of all time. Whether he's battling deadly machines, fighting off alien predators, or cracking hilarious one-liners, Schwarzenegger has left an undeniable mark on cinema. In this video, we'll be exploring the 10 best Arnold Schwarzenegger movies that every fan should watch. Let us know your favorite in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more epic movie rankings. Number 1, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 1991, directed by James Cameron. Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 1991, is not just a sequel to the 1984 cult classic, but a cinematic revolution that redefined action and science fiction. Starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Linda Hamilton, Robert Patrick, and Edward Furlong. The film builds upon the original's premise, but takes it in an unexpected direction. This time, Schwarzenegger's Terminator, once a relentless killing machine, is sent back in time with a new mission: to protect John Connor, the future leader of the human resistance, from an even deadlier threat. That threat comes in the form of the T-1000, played with chilling precision by Robert Patrick. Unlike the bulky mechanical T-800, the T-1000 is a sleek, shape-shifting assassin made of liquid metal, capable of mimicking anything it touches. Its ability to morph into people, squeeze through narrow spaces, and instantly heal from gunfire made it one of the most terrifying and advanced villains in cinematic history. The film's revolutionary CGI, particularly in bringing the T-1000 to life, was groundbreaking at the time and still holds up remarkably well today. Beyond its technical achievements, Terminator 2 deepens the emotional core of its characters. Linda Hamilton delivers a powerhouse performance as Sarah Connor, no longer the frightened waitress from the first film, but now a hardened warrior, haunted by visions of a nuclear apocalypse. Her dynamic with Schwarzenegger's Terminator, shifting from distrust to reluctant dependence, adds a layer of complexity rarely seen in action blockbusters. Meanwhile, young Edward Furlong as John Connor brings both youthful defiance and vulnerability, forming an unexpected but touching bond with the Terminator, which raises profound questions about humanity, fate, and free will. With its mix of intense action, gripping suspense, and thought-provoking themes, Terminator 2 remains an unrivaled masterpiece. From the legendary motorcycle truck chase to the climactic steel mill showdown, every scene is meticulously crafted to keep audiences on edge. Even decades after its release, it continues to influence filmmakers and set the gold standard for sequels, proving that bigger and better doesn't just mean more explosions. It means a story that evolves, characters that grow, and a vision that pushes the boundaries of cinema itself. Number 2, The Terminator, 1984. Released in 1984, The Terminator is a sci-fi thriller directed by James Cameron and starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Michael Biehn, Linda Hamilton, and Paul Winfield. The film introduced one of cinema's most iconic lines, "I'll be back," solidifying the Terminator's status as an unstoppable force in pop culture. This gripping, action-packed story follows a relentless cybernetic assassin sent from a dystopian future to eliminate Sarah Connor before she can give birth to the future leader of the human resistance. The stakes are life and death as Sarah, aided by Kyle Reese, a soldier sent back in time to protect her, finds herself on the run, desperately trying to survive against a machine that will not stop until its mission is complete. From the moment Schwarzenegger's emotionless killer arrives, the film maintains an intense edge-of-your-seat pace. The Terminator's cold, methodical pursuit, combined with its brutal efficiency, makes it one of the most terrifying antagonists in cinematic history. Unlike its sequel, which leans more into spectacle and moral complexity, The Terminator is a raw, relentless chase film with a darker, almost horror-like atmosphere. The tension builds with each encounter, whether it's the now iconic scene at the police station or the explosive finale that leaves a lasting impact. The film's influence on science fiction and action cinema is undeniable, paving the way for an entire franchise, while proving that a relatively low-budget production could deliver groundbreaking storytelling and unforgettable moments. Its combination of suspense, action, and innovative special effects turned The Terminator into a genre-defining classic that still resonates with audiences today. Number 3, Predator, 1987. Directed by John McTiernan and starring Arnold Schwarzenegger alongside Carl Weathers, Predator, 1987, has cemented itself as an action sci-fi classic. While the film delivers the over-the-top action and muscular heroes typical of 1980s blockbusters, it stands out for how it subverts expectations. What begins as a standard military mission, an elite team of soldiers sent into the jungle to eliminate an enemy force, quickly turns into something far more terrifying. The hunters become the hunted as they realize they are being stalked by an unseen, technologically advanced predator that kills with ruthless efficiency. The film masterfully builds tension, using the dense, oppressive jungle to heighten the soldiers' growing paranoia. Their confidence and firepower prove useless against a creature that can cloak itself, track them from the trees, and strike with deadly precision. As their numbers dwindle, the team is forced to accept the harsh truth: brute strength alone won't save them. Schwarzenegger's character Dutch must rely on cunning and strategy rather than sheer firepower to stand a chance against this extraterrestrial hunter. Beyond its action-packed sequences and gory thrills, Predator leaves a lasting impact by blending science fiction with horror and survival elements. Its menacing antagonist, the Predator, with its thermal vision, retractable blades, and eerie clicking sounds, remains one of the most iconic movie monsters of all time. The film's suspenseful atmosphere, brutal combat, and clever reversal of roles make it a standout in both the action and sci-fi genres, ensuring its place as a fan favorite for generations. Number 4, Total Recall, 1990. Directed by Paul Verhoeven and featuring a powerhouse cast including Arnold Schwarzenegger, Rachel Ticotin, Sharon Stone, Ronnie Cox, and Michael Ironside. Total Recall, 1990, delivers an electrifying mix of sci-fi action, dark humor, and over-the-top violence. The film throws audiences into a mind-bending journey where reality and illusion blur beyond recognition. At the center of it all is Douglas Quaid, an ordinary construction worker living in a futuristic society, until he discovers that his entire life might be a fabricated illusion. What starts as a simple curiosity about visiting Mars through memory implants at Recall quickly spirals into chaos. Quaid learns that he isn't just an average citizen. He is, in fact, a highly skilled secret agent whose true past has been erased to conceal a dangerous conspiracy. Hunted by relentless government forces and unsure of whom to trust, he is forced to fight his way through a relentless barrage of betrayals, brutal action sequences, and shocking revelations. With its gripping storyline, groundbreaking special effects, and philosophical undertones about identity and free will, Total Recall keeps viewers questioning what's real and what's merely implanted. The film's breakneck pace, explosive set pieces, and Schwarzenegger's signature charisma make it an unforgettable sci-fi adventure, blending spectacle with thought-provoking twists that continue to captivate audiences decades later. Number 5, True Lies, 1994. Written and directed by James Cameron, True Lies, 1994, is an action-packed spy comedy starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jamie Lee Curtis, Tia Carrere, and Bill Paxton. This film reunites Schwarzenegger with Cameron for another exhilarating adventure, this time mixing high-stakes espionage with unexpected family drama. At its core, True Lies is a classic spy thriller, featuring secret missions, high-tech gadgets, and global threats, but it also cleverly intertwines elements of comedy and marital tension, making it one of the most entertaining blends of action and humor in Schwarzenegger's career. Schwarzenegger plays Harry Tasker, a highly skilled secret agent who effortlessly takes down terrorists and prevents nuclear catastrophe. However, his greatest challenge isn't just saving the world, it's keeping his double life hidden from his wife, Helen, who believes he's nothing more than a boring salesman. When she gets tangled up in his latest mission, Harry is forced to juggle espionage and his crumbling marriage, leading to a mix of explosive action sequences and hilarious misunderstandings. With its thrilling stunts, sharp humor, and unforgettable performances, especially from Jamie Lee Curtis, who steals the show as Helen, True Lies remains one of the most unique action comedies ever made. Balancing large-scale spectacle with genuine character development, the film proves that even amid chaos and danger, relationships can be just as complicated as saving the world. Number 6. Conan the Barbarian, 1982. Directed by John Milius and starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, James Earl Jones, and Sandahl Bergman, Conan the Barbarian, 1982, is a defining entry in the sword and sorcery genre. If one word could sum up this legendary film, it would be epic. It tells the tale of a young boy who witnesses the brutal murder of his parents and is then enslaved, forced to push the wheel of pain until he grows into a formidable warrior. Forged through suffering and trained to become a ruthless fighter, Conan embarks on a relentless journey of vengeance against those who destroyed his family. Schwarzenegger, in one of his earliest leading roles, embodies Conan's raw strength and determination, bringing to life a character driven by fury and survival. As he navigates a brutal world filled with warriors, sorcery, and mythical creatures, he faces Thulsa Doom, a charismatic yet terrifying cult leader played masterfully by James Earl Jones. With his deep, hypnotic voice and an unsettling aura of power, Doom serves as the perfect nemesis, making Conan's quest for revenge all the more gripping. From its breathtaking battle sequences to its sweeping, operatic score by Basil Poledouris, Conan the Barbarian remains an unforgettable cinematic experience. It is a film of blood, steel, and destiny, a grand adventure that captures the essence of heroism, brutality, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Number 7, Commando, 1985. Directed by Mark L. Lester and starring Arnold Schwarzenegger alongside Ray Don Chong, Commando, 1985, is the ultimate showcase of 80s action excess. Packed with over-the-top one-liners, explosive set pieces, and larger-than-life heroics, this film is pure Schwarzenegger. He plays John Matrix, a retired Special Forces operative, who has left his violent past behind to live peacefully with his daughter. However, when a shadowy group starts eliminating his former teammates and kidnaps his daughter to force his cooperation, Matrix has no choice but to return to action on his own terms. What follows is an adrenaline-fueled rampage as Matrix cuts through waves of enemies with brute force, creative weaponry, and an endless supply of unforgettable quips. Whether storming a heavily fortified compound or dispatching villains with brutal efficiency, Schwarzenegger's performance cements him as an unstoppable action hero. The film's relentless pacing ensures there's never a dull moment, making it one of the most entertaining and unapologetically fun entries in his filmography. With its mix of explosive action, tongue-in-cheek humor, and Schwarzenegger's commanding screen presence, Commando remains a beloved cult classic. It fully embraces the over-the-top nature of 80s action films, delivering an experience that is both wildly entertaining and endlessly quotable. Number 8, Escape Plan, 2013. Directed by Mikael Hofstrom, Escape Plan, 2013, brings together two of the biggest action icons of all time, Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, for an intense prison break thriller. Combining the muscle-driven action of the 80s with modern high-tech suspense, the film follows Ray Breslin, Stallone, a security expert specializing in testing prison vulnerabilities. However, when he is tricked and locked inside the most secure, high-tech prison ever built, he realizes that escaping won't be as simple as analyzing its weaknesses. Inside, he crosses paths with Emil Rottmeier, Schwarzenegger, an inmate with his own secrets and an agenda that may align with Breslin's. As the two form an uneasy alliance, they must navigate brutal guards, ruthless criminals, and an unforgiving warden played by Jim Caviezel, who seems to anticipate their every move. Their only chance at freedom is to devise an escape plan that pushes their limits and exploits the few flaws in an otherwise inescapable fortress. Blending old-school action with a fresh, high-stakes premise, Escape Plan delivers an exhilarating mix of brain and brawn. Seeing Schwarzenegger and Stallone share the screen in a full-fledged team-up makes it a nostalgic thrill ride, proving that even decades later, these action legends still know how to keep audiences on the edge of their seats. Number 9, Twins, 1988. Directed by Yvonne Reitman and starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito, Kelly Preston, and Chloe Webb, Twins, 1988 takes the idea of sibling resemblance and turns it on its head. If you've ever assumed twins must look and act alike, this film proves otherwise in the most hilarious way possible. The story follows Julius and Vincent, two brothers who couldn't be more different. One is a towering, kind-hearted intellectual, while the other is a street-smart hustler with a knack for trouble. Created through a secret genetic experiment and separated at birth, the two finally reunite as adults, only to realize just how drastically different their lives have been. Julius Schwarzenegger, raised in an isolated environment filled with education and discipline, is the picture of optimism and physical perfection. Meanwhile, Vincent DeVito grew up in a completely opposite world, relying on his wits and cons to get by. Their unexpected reunion leads to a series of comedic misadventures as they navigate their newfound bond, all while uncovering the truth about their origins. With its sharp humor, heartfelt moments, and the undeniable chemistry between Schwarzenegger and DeVito, Twins delivers a unique blend of comedy and family drama. The film not only showcases Schwarzenegger's comedic chops, but also reinforces the idea that family isn't just about genetics. It's about sticking together, no matter how different you are. Number 10, The Expendables 2, 2012, directed by Simon West. The Expendables 2, 2012, brings together an all-star cast of action legends, including Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Dolph Lundgren, Chuck Norris, Terry Crews, Liam Hemsworth, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bruce Willis, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. If there's one thing this film delivers in abundance, it's unapologetic old-school action, packed with explosions, gunfire, and larger-than-life heroes. As a sequel to the adrenaline-fueled mayhem of the first film, this installment raises the stakes, reuniting the team for a mission filled with revenge, high-powered weaponry, and relentless combat. This time, The Expendables are out for justice after one of their own is brutally killed. What begins as a seemingly straightforward mission quickly escalates into an all-out war, pitting them against a ruthless arms dealer played with menacing charisma by Jean-Claude Van Damme. Along the way, the film revels in its over-the-top action, self-aware humor, and nostalgic nods to the golden age of 80s action films. With its larger-than-life showdowns, explosive set pieces, and countless one-liners, The Expendables 2 is a love letter to action cinema. Featuring Schwarzenegger stepping back into the fray alongside his fellow action icons, the film thrives on pure spectacle, proving that when it comes to high-octane, bullet-riddled entertainment, no one does it better than the classics. And there you have it, our picks for the top 10 Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. From explosive action to unforgettable characters, Schwarzenegger has proven time and time again why he's an icon of the big screen. Do you agree with our ranking, or did we miss one of your favorites? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more top 10 movie lists. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.